I just heard the news. You're officially a social worker now? That's amazing.
Thanks, Milo. I just finished my first week at the agency.
So, what do you do exactly? Do you help people find jobs? Or homes? Ooh, do you solve mysteries?
Kind of all of the above. I support people going through tough times, help them access resources, manage mental health, stuff like that.
Ooh, so you must hear some really juicy stories. Tell me, what's the wildest thing someone's told you?
Whoa there, Milo. I can't do that.
Why not? You're not naming names, right?
Even if I don't say names, I'd still be breaking a really important rule. It's called confidentiality. As a social worker, I'm bound by the NASW Code of Ethics. This code serves as a guide for the everyday conduct of social workers. It helps us serve clients, but it also keeps us accountable to the public and each other.
Ooh, so like secret keeping, like a secret agent.
Sort of, but it goes deeper than that. It's about respecting people's right to control their own personal info. When someone opens up to me, they have to know I'll protect their trust.
Wow, you can't even share with your friends or family?
I cannot.
People trust us with very personal, sensitive information. The NASW Code of Ethics says social workers must respect clients' right to privacy and protect the confidentiality of information obtained in professional service. When I meet someone, I create a safe space so that they know that what they say to me is not shared with anyone else. They and all their stories are safe, even when I'm not in their presence.
This is an important part about being a social worker.
But what if someone tells you something really serious, like they're in danger?
That's a good question, Milo. The code says I can break confidentiality, but only if sharing could help someone from serious, immediate harm. But even then, I only share the minimum information needed to keep them safe, and I always explain why when I can.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
It is, but it's not optional.
Confidentiality isn't courtesy, it's an ethical obligation. One mistake could harm someone's life, their dignity, or even their safety. Whenever I meet someone for the first time, we talk about confidentiality. Things like when I need to ethically share information and things that I do to make sure their information is safe. This is called informed consent, and it is documented between myself and the person I'm helping.
Well, what about your computer? Can I just keep and...
Oh, nope. Another rule. I must keep records secure. That is why I take precautions, like using strong passwords on my laptop and encrypting emails that I send. I also can't just leave documents lying around or talk about clients in public spaces like coffee shops or hallways. In social work, we need to anticipate the risks to confidentiality and make sure we take steps to protect the information that we have been entrusted with.
What happens if you do share that information? Do you get in trouble?
You do not want to experience that. Sharing can lead to legal and professional consequences. The HIPAA law prohibits people working in healthcare and mental health settings from sharing information. If you share, you could be taken to court or receive some serious fines. You can also be disciplined by the state licensing board by having your license suspended or worse.
I learned about a case study where a social worker broke confidentiality and lost their license entirely. But for me, I think the worst thing is that you breach the trust with someone that you are trying to care for and support in the best way possible.
Wow, Max, that must feel like letting someone down in the worst kind of way. You know, I think I need to learn more about privacy and confidentiality. What are some things that social workers do to help keep them from breaking this rule?
Well, Milo, I was about to watch this video that has some prevention strategies. Why don't you watch it with me?
That would be amazing, Max.
So, you're a social worker now. Congratulations. It's an important job that can make a big difference in our community. Let's dive into a foundational concept that ensures that you can provide the best possible support for the people you help. So sit back and let's learn together. Today, we'll discuss practical strategies to uphold one of the most essential principles in social work ethics, privacy and confidentiality, as outlined by the NASW Code of Ethics. We'll include both prevention methods and key practices that ensure proper practice. Let's begin. Let's start with a big idea. The National Association of Social Workers mandates that social workers must respect clients' right to privacy and protect the confidentiality of all information obtained during service provision. This means that we must protect everything that is shared with us, whether written down, stored online, or in a conversation during a session. But why is confidentiality a big deal? Well, imagine opening up to someone about something deeply personable and then finding they told someone else. Doesn't feel very good, right? A client's dignity, safety, and privacy must be respected, and breaches of confidentiality can damage trust, hurt clients emotionally or socially, and may result in legal consequences for the practitioner. So, let's talk about 5 prevention strategies to practice privacy and confidentiality in social work. Prevention strategy number 1, use secure record-keeping systems. Let's talk about keeping client information safe and sound. As social workers, all records, both physical and digital, must be locked and access restricted. That means no loose paperwork or files. Instead, lock them away in a filing cabinet. And when it comes to digital files, make sure that you have strong passwords and secure cloud system. This adds an extra layer of protection. Strategy number 2, implement comprehensive informed consent procedures. Before a social worker asks a personal question, there's something that needs to happen first. Informed consent. Clients should understand the rules regarding their information and under what circumstances it may be disclosed. This question begins to build that trust that is so important in a professional relationship. During your first meeting, talking about and documenting informed consent is essential in this line of work. Strategy number 3, provide ongoing ethics trainings. Even the most experienced social workers need a refresher every now and then. Regular workshops help staff stay current with ethical standards and legal requirements, especially in involving areas like telehealth and data privacy. With changes in technology, practices, and laws, trainings give teams a chance to talk through tricky situations, ask questions, and learn how to protect clients in this changing world. Strategy number 4. Develop and review confidentiality policies. Every agency, big to small, needs a clear, written plan for how to protect client information. Organizations should outline clear protocols for managing clients and who is allowed to access what and on what conditions. This information needs to be reviewed and updated annually to make sure they're strong and keeping up with any changes in society. Strategy number 5. Ensure ethical use of technology. Technology has made it easier than ever to connect with clients. But with convenience comes responsibility. When using tools like email or video conferencing, we need to ensure that they are HIPAA compliant and that clients are informed about any digital risks. Technology is powerful, and when we use it wisely and with confidentiality, it becomes an instrument of connection and protection. So let's recap. Here are the 5 prevention strategies we discussed in this video. As social workers, we need to ensure our record keeping is secure. We need to ask our clients for informed consent. We need to participate in ethics trainings to be aware of new challenges and ways to stay ethically informed. We need to have clear policies within our organizations. And finally, we need to ensure that we are practicing ethical tech use. These strategies help prevent breaches and strengthen relationships that we have with our clients. At the end of the day, keeping this principle is the foundation of trust. When we guard personal information, we're telling clients, "You matter. Your story is safe with me." Protecting privacy and confidentiality is not just ethical, it's essential to maintain credibility and demonstrate respect and care for clients. Thank you for the work that you do and the ways that you practice supportive, safe, and ethical social work.
I didn't know that a social worker does so much. I used to think that social work was just paperwork and talking, but it sounds like you're carrying people's stories, protecting them like treasures.
That's exactly how I see it.
Well, Mac, I think you're going to be the best social worker. I would love to help and support you in whatever way I can.
Aw, thank you, Milo. I can always count on you.